Welcome back to Inside KELOLAND. Superintendent Brian Maher joins us again as we prepare you for the first day of school. Now, we've been talking a lot about the upcoming school year, but there's a lot happening for the future of the school district as well, including 2 new schools. Dr. Maher, how is the construction progressing on Jefferson High School and the Ben Rifle Middle School?
Really good. In June, we had the ceremonial groundbreaking for Jefferson High School, and in July, we had the ceremonial groundbreaking for Ben Rifle Middle School. So they're both kicked off from a ceremonial standpoint. Maybe more important at this time is to know that there's a lot of dirt work and a lot of excavation going on. So we're on time and on budget for the beginning of that long process of building those buildings.
How will those buildings change those neighborhoods that they're impacted?
That's a great question. We're anxious to see, what that looks like, because there's the potential for a great amount of development in both of those areas. So clearly, we think it's been shown over time that if you build it, they will come. Yep. So I suspect that both of those areas will develop.
And when do you start hiring staff for those 2 new schools?
Yeah, well, we'll hire, the first position that we'll hire will be the high school principal for Thomas Jefferson High School. And we'll hire that person in late winter or early spring next year so that they can begin not only the hiring process, but the planning process. You can think of all of the safety issues, the curriculum issues, in addition to the hiring issues that need to take place. And that'll take them better than a year to get that done. Then right behind that, we'll hire the middle school principal as well. So we'll begin the hiring process for the fall of 2021 in the late winter, early spring of 2020.
2020, that's not all that far away, right?
It's going to go fast.
Well, there's a lot of talk about redrawing the school boundaries. How is that progressing right now?
Right now, there's no controversy, but we haven't started talking about moving kids around. And when we do that, there'll be a ton of emotion that goes into that. So what we want to do, Perry, is bring as much logic to that issue as we can. I think we learned a great deal by putting our strategic plan together and by putting the bond issue together on issues like that have a strategic nature to them, of bringing our community together. And we'll do that in this instance. We'll have a task force made up of the community members that we'll put together second semester of this coming year. But we'll also have community meetings to take out to folks what we're finding out and what we're hearing. And then hopefully in April of 2020, we'll bring the initial drafts to the Board of Education. And over about a 2-month period, they'll have an opportunity to see what makes sense for our community. We'll announce those new boundaries then next summer, in the summer of 2020, a year in advance of anybody having to make any changes in their building attendance.
How will the 2 new schools, Jefferson High School and Ben Rifle Middle School, how will they impact open enrollment?
Should positively impact. We're so full right now in our high schools specifically that you're hard pressed to be able to go to a school other than the one that is the one you're currently attending. When we open up Thomas Jefferson High School, that's also going to open up opportunities. So I think students will have an opportunity at that point, most likely to be able to go to the high school of their choice in the city of Sioux Falls. I would say something very similar will happen with Ben Rifle Middle School as well. It's just going to open up capacity within the buildings that are currently full.
Lost in a lot of the new construction is that there's still a new elementary school on the horizon too, right?
Yeah, you're the first person to ask me about that in a long, long time. So last September it was new high school, new middle school, new elementary school, and a lot of renovations. Well, we've made progress on the new high school and the new middle school, and the new elementary school has kind of fallen off the radar. So thanks for bringing that back up.
What are we looking at for a new elementary school?
I think the task force said that we needed to have one open by 2024. So we may accelerate that, but we'll certainly have one open by 2024. We don't currently have the land for that. We don't currently know exactly where that will go. But we have not forgotten our commitment to the community that we will build an elementary school in this process.
Quickly, only about 30 seconds left. The district recently approved a new 10-year opt-out. Explain how that money, where that money goes.
The thing I would say there is the opt-out really takes our current opt-out situation and changes from 2 large opt-outs to a series of opt-outs. It won't increase the amount of money that we're asking the community to commit to. It just changes the manner in which we get that money.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Maher.
Thank you,
Good luck with the new school year.
Thanks a lot. Pleasure to be on.
Well, still to come on Inside KELOLAND, thousands of families need your help to prepare for the first day of school, how you can help them get the clothes and supplies they need after the break.